despite them probably being able to hear my heart screaming in my chest.
It's not every day we come across a human who lacks fear when staring death in the face.
Death is pretty sexy, not gonna lie.
3. Where is your favorite place to bite someone?
The land of the living darkness comes swiftly than nothing.
You suck, you jackass!
Hey everybody, I'm Degenerate. Guess what we're playing today? Yeah, obviously we're gonna play more First Bite, obviously, duh, of course. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. No, I'm kidding. I remember though. This isn't exactly what I had in mind when I left my house early this evening. Though it might be a situation that has played out in more than a few of my wicked fantasies. I have a terrible feeling I won't be getting the usual happy ending I imagine. No, we're gonna get our happy ending. Yeah, we already failed the first time. We're not failing again. No, this definitely doesn't feel like a running off into the sunset with 3 super ripped, super hot vampires with the gentle breeze blowing through my hair deal. Man, that was a mouthful. Maybe they'll prop me up on the sofa when they're done draining me dry and dress my corpse with a fashionable pair of sunglasses. If I'm lucky. We're dead, what's the point of the clothes? They certainly seem like the type. Focus. Ilyas, who still has me pinned to the floor, is staring at me. For some reason. A frown pinching his brow, and I wonder if maybe he can hear some of the weird shit currently swirling around in my brain. Valeria, still hovering close enough that I can smell her sweet perfume, grows more menacing by the second. And Laurel? Quiet. Contemplative. I know the word. Terrifying Laurel is wearing a smirk that could kill you from 100 yards away. Yards? Oh, I don't think we're in America. They leaned against the wall watching the whole thing go down from a safe distance. It could be worse. Maybe. If they want me to tell them why they shouldn't just kill me here and now, I'd better put my back into it. Well, it's pinned to the floor, so might as well. As a writer, I'm notoriously good at bullshitting, or as ghosting user mods.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh, with the 69420 comment. Presenting a fantasy that has people desperate for more. I need to figure out how to convince them to not rip open my throat and suck my life away. And if I fail, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad either. I'd go out in service of something I love. And then I have a light bulb moment. A terrible, ill-advised, monumentally stupid light bulb moment. They're back! Wait, just for a second. Ilyas and Valeria pull back quickly as if struck, their heads tipping to the side in the same way a dog would do if you shook a street box. That's more like him, just only him. Laurel just huffs a laugh, but it doesn't look like they plan on stopping me from further pleading my case. There's voice acting in here too, which is nice. I like it. I have to wonder if these 3 ever managed to have a fresh meal. I want to be like you. If you kill me, people will find you. Okay. That's the perfect time to start saving. I don't know how to approach this. I feel like that's more of a threat. But it's like they're vampires. Who's gonna find them? They could just, I don't know. Kill whoever's needed. Let me just ask to be like them. Who wouldn't want to be a vampire? Isn't that so cool? I have a proposition for you. Say I do end up with all these bargaining chips. What exactly do I want? I'm a paranormal writer. Am I just content to leave with only a memory of this insane night trying to do it justice in my writing? Or do I want something more? A souvenir? A trinket maybe? Or...
We're waiting.
I know. Can you wait till I get my answer, please? These vampires, clearly immortal, must be on the table here. I take a deep breath. What would I have to do to convince you to make me like you? Turn me into a vampire. Of course. He starts laughing. That's amazing. Ilyas bursts into laughter immediately, which is really great for my ego, if not expected, actually. But when I turn my eyes from his doubled over hulking form and look at Valeria and Laurel, they seem to be intrigued.
That's hilarious. A really good one. I forgot humans could be so funny.
Don't undermine my intelligence. Okay? And I gotta pause to make sure that they actually do their lines, because sometimes they just stop out of nowhere.
Talk.
Anything. I mean, I'd be stupid not to ask, right? I've literally dreamed of having an opportunity like this my whole life. Can you blame me for taking the risk? You're going to kill me regardless, I think. Valeria shrugs and looks at Laurel.
The human isn't wrong.
Who's the boss here? Like, who's in charge? Obviously not him. Let's get that, because it's either one of these two, and it's just so obvious that it's not him. Ilyas snaps his head from side to side quickly, looking between his two comrades like they just grew horns.
Wait, are you actually pausing right now? Why aren't we chowing down?
Simple-minded Ilyas. You really do need to work on that. Shush, Ilyas.
So if you really want this, convince us.
What do I have to do? My mouth falls open, then closes. Open. Close. Anything else? Right. I can do that. What? What have I done? I feel Ilyas' grip on my shoulders loosen as he swings his leg over to stop straddling me. Great. I'm glad we're out of that, position now. Reluctantly, he sets me free and I instinctively sit up, scooting my knees to my chest.
We're expecting some good entertainment this evening now, you know?
Totally.
Though I'll warn you in case you haven't already guessed, we're a pretty tough crowd.
Obviously. I gulp, but I can work with that. This is just a game, right? That is very true. It is a game and I can save anytime and go back to try something else. A very stupid, very deadly game. But I've been gifted a few more turns to make this work in my favor. And hey, I've played tons of games. I'll just have to use all my charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to turn the tables. Judging by the looks on their faces, the longer I dilly-dally, the hungrier and more impatient they get. Well, all this monologuing could be sped up, you know? Maybe. Just a guess. And like I already said, and like they've already confirmed, the odds of me walking out of here alive are virtually non-existent. That's more than fair. I pause, letting the words hang in the air. Knowing I now have the full attention of vampires, I use my next turn to stand up and brush myself off, making sure my stance is as confident as I can muster. They don't need to know I'm metaphorically shitting myself, despite them probably being able to hear my heart screaming in my chest.
It's not every day we come across a human who lacks fear when staring death in the face.
Death is pretty sexy, not gonna lie. So enlighten us. Sure. Well, firstly, you're all... God damn it. You had to let it be known. I can't be mad. Valeria rolls her eyes so hard I think they might fall out of her skull.
Okay.
Stating the obvious. You could just say thank you. What I mean is, vampires are brilliant, fascinating creatures that until tonight I thought weren't fact but fiction. I've studied you, written about you. Why would I be afraid to die when it's literally my... God damn it. Freudian? I don't know. Death wish dream. Fulfillment come to life. It's not as pretty as you think. Well, actually, when I died last episode, it was pretty nice.
There's a lot of blood. Like a ton. A whole body's worth.
Duh.
Oh,
You
it's
dumb.
especially messy when Illy is involved.
I expected it. Oh, it doesn't count if you don't get blood everywhere. Don't look at me like that. He points at Valeria, and the look she gives him makes me think she might bite his finger off.
Plus, you're not even half as delicate as you think you are. You get sloppy too.
She turns her nose up at him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure she gets a little dirty from time to time.
Illy is right. Remember that couple in Trinidad?
They got receipts! I do not. She clearly does.
I remember walking in on the three of you. It was a complete bloodbath. I'll never forget your face.
Look at you, lying blatantly.
Don't make me make you forget my face.
They love each other. They're a big happy family. As I listen to them talk about their past indiscretions, the idea of joining them on Roka's blood-fueled vacation sounds deliciously tempting. I muster up as much willpower as I can to keep my voice steady. I'm seriously about what I said. I want you to turn me. Confident, are we? I feel 3 sets of eyes narrowing in on all of my vital spots. Laura looks me over like a hamster in a cage.
Illy, Val, you are always commenting on your woefully ceaseless boredom. Maybe they can liven things up around here.
What can I say? I'ma just, They smile at me, and despite it reaching their pretty eyes, it still doesn't quite stick. I am exceptionally good at making life interesting, if I do say so myself. Cause yeah, I walked into a house I didn't own. I can teach you things like gaming, internet shopping, anything that involves a device. How not to act on Twitter.
We
Yeah,
might
Valeria.
be old, but we're not stuck in the Victorian times.
That's true.
Oh, maybe you can fix my computer? It's doing that thing that it always does.
What is it?
We can talk about your spectacular ability to infect every device we own with porn malware some other time, Ilyas.
How did I know?
But for now, our attention should be on why they want to become one of us.
Who doesn't want to live forever? With a wave of her hand, I feel my words die on my tongue.
You think it's something we can easily do? Just turn you. Like how humans adopt a puppy.
Valeria has been calling me a kitten this whole time. So, I don't want to hear it. Look. Like, well, it's not that hard. Illy, that's not the point.
None of us chose this life. It's not all amazing Saxon free meals.
Then what is it, ma'am? Because that's literally all y'all been saying so far. It's not. Yo, what Valeria means is that it isn't as glamorous as I assume you believe it to be. Well, obviously I know to avoid the light, you know? Obviously. But it's like, that's probably it. Valeria steps towards me, closing the distance between us. She takes my chin between her forefinger and thumb, making sure I have no choice but to look at her. Okay. Why should we even bother letting you continue to waste our precious time?
Oh, entertaining you and your little idea was fun for a second. But I get bored so very easily, and Illy's tummy is going to start growling soon.
You're the mom. Definitely. Imagine only surviving on, like, liquid. That's whack. But who cares? I can sacrifice that. She leans closer again, her lips brushing my ear. You won't like him when he's hungry. Oh, so scared. I'm so scared of you, Valeria.
Hey, I'm always hungry.
There. I want to be strong. I want to protect people. I want to be young and beautiful forever. I want to mess with people. I mean, what would I... Okay. That one is a little shallow, but it's like, it comes with it, so it's like a bonus, more like. The strong thing, I don't even know. I want to mess with people. That is funny, because I'm a little prankster, you know? I would totally with people if I was a vampire. Are you serious? Scare them just for shits and giggles? Do you know what? Because protect... What are we doing with that? Nothing. But I mean, I'm gonna save. Gotta do that first. Let's say I want to mess with people, because that's kind of what I do want to do. I've seen hints of intriguing powers here tonight. Things far beyond what I assume to be the norm for any old vampire. The way Valeria has seemingly silenced me without so much as a look. The way I was compelled to walk in here in the first place. I want to mess with people. I want to cause utter pandemonium among the masses. To get inside their heads and, you know. It's hard to notice with how practiced they clearly are. Maintaining their poise. I was right. But I swear I see Laurel's lip twitch.
That's all very creative. But what, pray tell, would this utter pandemonium entail?
I don't even know. Oh, I'd start a cult, I'd kill my enemies, I'd save the world. Come on now, what? A cult would be smart. Half smart, a little smart. Because now I'm scared if all these choices are gonna mess up or get me killed. So you know what? I don't think saving the world is good. What are we saving the world from? Yeah. With vampire powers. Think. So wait, Laurel's lip twitched. What does that mean? I'm trying to decode a digital person. Like, this is pathetic. I don't want to say this one, but like, I'm itching at it. I don't know. The cult one is so smart. I would totally do that. I'm gonna start a cult. I'm gonna say that. Easy. I'd start a cult with whose sole existence would be to worship me. Look, there we go. I saw a reaction, or is that your regular face? I don't even know. People are so easily swayed when looking for a reason to belong, right? I already have a website full of people enthralled by things that go bump in the night. Look, I'm too smart. This has to work. I'll make sure I'm the only thing they dare to think about. Yes, let's go. Valeria, if you don't like it, I don't care. At this point. A soft huff and a laugh escapes Laurel's lips. It sounds like amusement. Oh, I'll take it. Valeria backs down, seemingly content with my answers. Good. She's on board now. Yeah. There's a brief break in the conversation as she and the others appear to mull over my response. I'll wait for something, anything to happen. The silence somehow makes me more uncomfortable than the vampires themselves. I try to think of something to say to fill the void. So then I hear, is that a cat? Is that a meow? They have a cat? Wait, you have a cat?
Nasty Dennis. He's not just a cat.
He's a vampire cat? I look around for this nasty Dennis and seeing nothing. The quiet, somewhat intimidating meowing continues. Can I see him?
Ugh.
It isn't quite that simple, I'm afraid. He's more of a fiend than feline.
If you do see him, it's probably a bad omen for you, human.
So it's not a regular cat. Is he like one of those cats who sit with elderly people in nursing homes before they die? Valeria snorts derisively. I totally got that.
Just shred your jugular.
So that's where the nasty comes from? Got it. Someone is enamored. I don't blame you. He's a fine specimen.
Right.
Despite being a complete bastard, yes. I wouldn't say that I'm enamored, just curious.
Isn't curiosity what killed the cat?
Yes, actually, Valeria. Are you flirting with me again? Is that what's happening? Valeria then gestures towards the gallery wall behind her with a dramatic flourish, presenting a portrait with dainty hands. Nasty Dennis is a shaggy white person, or a Persian. Sorry. White Persian with a permanent resting murder face. And he's wearing a dashing, tiny red bow tie. Oh, right there. It's adorable. At the portrait. I don't like cats. Petting the portrait, isn't that kind of weird? Or, I'll do it. Shits and giggles, come on. I do what any smart person would do and walk right up to the portrait of Nasty Dennis to give it a closer inspection. What a handsome murder man. Yes. I reach out and scratch his perfect little painted chin, trying to bite back my smile as I feel the three of them watching me as, like, I just grew another head.
This is all highly amusing, but we do still have other matters to attend to.
That is true.
Just because you've lasted this long doesn't mean we won't kill you, you know?
Oh, please.
Trying to distract us by using nasty Dennis as a pawn. I'm on to you, human.
Oh, come on. I'm not distracting you with the cat.
Come on.
Okay, so he's the only one who didn't speak. That's fine. I'll read it. I'm getting really hungry and my patience is running out. I'm this close to snapping and eating you right here, right now. Do you like actually eat my flesh? Or is it just blood? Right, that whole thing. I'm not sure how much longer I can hold them off like this. I've partaken in a risky game of breaking and entering, trespassing, and most heinously, I interrupted their game night. And now I'm stuck in a game of my own making, one of life and death. I can't just stand by and hope they'll start to want to keep me around without putting the work in, especially with such an incredible opportunity being dangled right before my eyes. Like all good relationships, it's not all about me. I need to know more about them. I need to know what I'm getting myself into, if this all pans out the way I want it to. You've interrogated me, now maybe you should let me ask you some questions.
A question for a question seems fair.
Totally. Laura winks at me and extends their fingers, my eyes drifting to those sharp, shiny talons.
But be careful. Any wrong answers in your innards will make a nice table dressing.
But you're the one that's gonna be answering the questions. Valeria seems to perk up at the prospect of getting to talk about herself.
Okay.
What exactly do you want to know? There's a lot of things I can think of to ask them on top of my head. Like, do bats make good company, for example? I'm not asking that. But then maybe I should use my chances wisely and ask something productive. What do you miss most about being a human?
Nothing. I'm perfect.
Of course. We're done asking you questions. I stare at him for a beat, and he seems pretty serious. I expected something a little more profound, not gonna lie. Laurel smiles softly, almost wistfully.
Music festivals.
Oh, because they're only during the day or something? Music festivals, Laurel? Do you really have no regrets, Ilyas? What about you, Valeria? She is the only one who didn't answer. Valeria. Her mouth forms a little O. Her eyes wide and she looks almost taken aback. For a moment before she regains her steady composure and glares daggers at me. She's the only one who didn't answer, I'm just asking.
I lived in a castle once. A big, fancy one with pretty women who would dress me every morning and brush my hair.
Oh, you're a Camilla. Oh, a Carmela? Is it Carmela or Camilla? I think it's Carmela. She scrunches up her nose and looks around the room.
Ugh.
Clearly, I've downgraded. Hey, this is a nice house.
Is it a castle? With pretty women who dress me and brush my hair every morning?
You can make it that. I'm not gonna. No. It could be, but no. No, it's not.
Then there's my answer. I want a fucking castle. And to be surrounded by beautiful women.
Do not raise your voice at me. Noted. Now it's your turn. Laurel's eyes are sharp and full of mischief. How would I...
Who do you stand in LBS?
Who the f is LBS? I don't know what that is. When I decided to do a round robin game of truth and truth with a trio of hungry, sassy vampires, I can't say I anticipated this one, but I must acquiesce. I don't know. I prefer old school hip hop and R&B. All of them? What the SM, no, J-Dream? Is this some weird K-pop group in this universe? Bro, how am I supposed to answer this if I don't even know? Let me do that one. They all have their strengths and there's something I love about each of them. Find me one person on this planet who can resist Jimin, for example. Oh, Jimin, assist Jimin. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Valeria and Ilyas groan loudly while Laurel looks incredibly impressed. This bodes well for me.
Fuck.
Not another one. Guys, calm down. I don't even know who y'all talking about, so... Shit, sorry. I really love K-pop. I tend to ramble. Laurel nods approvingly. Is that satisfactory, Laurel? They nod, but I'm not entirely sure if I've made a good impression or not. Before I can ask my question, Ilyas practically bulldozes Laurel out of the way. Okay.
1. How does a 3-day hunt in the woods sound to you?
Ooh. 3 fucking days? You're out of your mind.
2. How do you like your blood to taste?
How the f- How am I supposed to know that if I'm not a vampire yet?
3. Where is your favorite place to bite someone?
I don't know. I'm thinking. No, I won't say it. No, I'll say it. It's the boob.
4.
Definitely.
What are your
Another
opinions
one?
on swords?
What the f cares about swords? This guy's so weird. Well, someone's eager. 4 questions? Of course I like swords. I fancy nibbling on a good collarbone. Blood tastes metallic-y. Hunting for cryptids, right? Okay, I'm gonna... Did I answer the first one? I mean, the last one first? I'm gonna answer the last one first and be like, oh, I like swords. Because he's like pretty airheady, so... Are you kidding? I love swords. I keep a katana by my bed while I sleep, like all good nerds. Yes. Did that not impress you? Totally. Also, I have 3 shinai and a bokken in my apartment. Not to brag, but I did take several sword fighting lessons in college. Good. I knew it. He's short-minded. Come on. I have to cater to their interests. I know what's happening. I'm too smart. His big golden eyes seem to sparkle and wonder.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Is it? Now, Valeria's question. Well, I only answered one of his questions.
Are you quite finished hogging the human, Illy?
Shh. Don't. Ilyas pouts and Valeria pats him on the chest, and then she's staring me down, a deadly look in her eyes. My turn.
Tell me, if given the chance, how would you try to impress a fine specimen of a vampire like myself?
Valeria, she's in love with me right now. Like, she pokes at one of her fangs with her tongue. Feels like a threat. Sexy one. Think fast. Oh, well, we're not timed, so. I'd give you a killer foot rub. I'd take you anywhere in the world. I've read a story about you. Oh, I'm gonna assume it's the last one because she likes to talk about herself. Most of my strength lies in crafting stories, and Valeria seems like the type to want to be the center of the attention. What better way to woo her than to make her the star of her own epic? Well, I'm a writer, and quite a prolific one. If you respect the opinions of AO3 reviewers, I could write a story about you, a movie-worthy epic about your life. Say more right now. It'd be great. We could sit and you can tell me all about the amazing adventures you've had. She nods a little too enthusiastically for someone who tries so hard to protect an aura of abject terror. Kind of adorable.
Yes. Val talking about herself. Something none of us have ever heard before.
I got it. I'm an information broker. Look at that. Ilyas snorts loudly, giving Laurel a crisp high five.
You two can piss off. I'm going to be famous.
Totally. And get that castle you wanted. All these questions, all this incessant prodding. This is either the weirdest job interview I've had or the best speed dating session I've ever been to. I can't tell if I like it or love it. Before they pump me for more information, there's something I'm desperate to talk about. Powers, abilities. I know they have them. I want to know it all. If I'm potentially going to be a vampire by the end of the night, I should be well informed about what my new body will be capable of. I want to know about all the cool vampire shit you can do.
Interesting priorities. Though it's a fair question.
I mean, yeah. I suppose the ability to see threads of truth your morals can't.
The added benefit of near miraculous strength has its perks, but being a walking polygraph makes living in the shadows of humanity that much more entertaining.
It's hard to
It's
choose.
choose one thing.
Oh, I thought he was done. I mean, I thought he was gonna. Alright, stop. He runs his hand through his hair like a male model in a perfume ad as he contemplates his response.
I'm basically good at everything.
Oh my god.
But if I've got to pick just one,
What is it, being good looking?
sharpened senses.
Oh.
I can hear a mouse's heartbeat at the other end of the house. I can smell you before you even set foot in here.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that from
Well,
how I got here.
being young and beautiful forever certainly has its perks, but if I simply had to choose one thing, I'd say that I quite enjoy thralling people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's something inherently satisfying about bending people's will before ripping their throat out. You know, there's an art to it.
That's the emotional manipulation coming into play. Well, those were all mildly terrifying. That all sounds incredibly cool and fun. The three of them look very pleased with themselves. It's getting late, or early, and I feel like anxiety pangs in my chest as they stare at me with thinly veiled impatience or judgment. Can't quite tell. My quick-firing brain is telling me that they're talking about me, telepathically, or something. The silence is deadly. I pleaded my case for long enough, and I really can't stand to wait around anymore. It's time. So, did I pass the test? Laurel taps their long fingernails against their chin in contemplation. I have one last question for you.
Call me curious, but if you had to choose one of us to be your sire, who would you pick?
Don't make me choose. Don't. I literally don't want to choose. I'm shielding myself from... No. I'm shielding myself because I don't want to choose. I really don't. But, oh my gosh, because I want it to be easy, nice, just flow, you know? And you seem like the most difficult person to please, to be honest, right? And then Valeria, she's semi-easy, but it's like the boredom thing is just, oh my gosh. It's all of them, but that's what comes with being immortal, right? You get bored easily. So it's like, oh my gosh, Valeria, and then I have to stroke her ego all the time. I can't. And then this one, he's just fucking dumb. Like, I can't spend more than 5 seconds with him without losing brain cells. I'm losing brain cells by being near you. I can't.
Clearly, there's only one correct choice.
Oh my gosh. And then he just like that. Yes, no pressure. This has to be a trap. There's no way this isn't. If I choose one, will the others pounce on me? I wouldn't care. If I don't choose, will I die regardless? Even if it is a scheme to get their fangs in my throat, I have no doubt but to answer. Plus, he's. Let me save. Let me save. Because okay, I want to see what happens if I just said any of you. This is literally an impossible choice. I like them all, and I'd be thrilled if any of them choose to usher me into my next life. Ilyas is the him. No speech. Valeria is perfection in vampire form. Laurel has the most incredible mischievous mind. That is true. I can sense it. Like, there's no way I can pick just one of them. I don't care who does it. I'd be happy either way.
Well, is that your final answer?
If this leads me to death, I don't care. Yes.
You've made it past step 1. Congratulations.
What? I could have just went like that? You almost sound impressed.
Oh.
No. This was the easy part. What comes next might not be such a walk in the park.
But you're past the point of no return. Are you truly ready?
Okay, so we do continue the game. Okay, I'm still gonna go back to see if I pick other people. I am. Valeria reaches out her hand. Good, now come. Gladly. I can't help but think about what the hell is going to happen next. No way! Part 3, Valeria. Ultraviolence. So that means I end up with Valeria? She leads me to her room with her fingers entwined, laced together like lovers. Whoa! The portraits in this room gonna have to change, ma'am. Okay. I understand. Let's see what would happen if I would just pick everybody else. Loading? Yes, I'm loading, not saving. Okay, let's see what happens if we pick Laurel. It has to be Laurel. They've enchanted me with their mysterious ways, and they're almost mischievous to me now. I think we could have a lot of fun together. Laurel, I choose you. Like a Pokemon.
Pika Pika, I guess.
Okay. He chuckles under his breath as he smirks in my direction.
Well, is that your final answer?
So it is true. Yes, it is. My cheeks flush and I avert my gaze from Laurel, who stares at me quite intently. Apparently satisfied. They're the chosen one. Laurel smiles, regarding me with a distinct aura of pity. Oh, okay. My interest in you stops here, little Laurel. What? I thank you for your flattery, however. It will make for an amusing anecdote in the future. Ouch.
You've made it past step 1. Congratulations.
You almost sound impressed.
Oh.
No. Wait, this is the same!
But you're past the point of no return. Are you truly ready?
This is the same, guys. Why is this the same? It's not what I thought I wanted, but as I press my palm against hers, I do my best to contain excitement about being chosen. I can't help but think about what the hell's gonna happen next. Wait, what? What's happening? I'm gonna try something else. Just wait. The idiot in the on the right, or what is it? Yes, right. There's no question. It's Ilyas. Big, beefy, perfect Ilyas with his huge arms and himbo spirit. Obviously, it has to be Ilyas. Ilyas laughs heartedly, one fang peeking cutely through his lips.
Well, is that your final answer?
I'm gonna guess so, yeah. Okay. It's basically the same. Ilyas laughs, but the look in his eyes makes it clear I'm not in on the joke. He grins cruelly. Wow! What did I do wrong? I really thought I was. You really... You're not.
You've made it past step 1. Congratulations.
So wait. Alright. Let me see something. Not here, you dumb. It ends up at Valeria anyways. What the heck? Why? Why that? Why? Who said I wanted to go with Valeria? I might do that on my own time. We're gonna figure this the fuck out right now, cause yeah.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, I'm back. I did a little Google search. Yeah, it turns out everything I was choosing was like dependent on whoever I pick, and then if my thing was kind of like wonky, it would just automatically go to Valeria, so it doesn't matter. So Valeria is the what's that word? She's like the main one. This the default choice. That's the word. I'm dumb. But yes, I did a little thinking while I was searching it up, and like I didn't go too far though. I only figured out how to get to each person, but I did a little thinking, and I don't. I ended up choosing Ilyas. I don't want to be arrested. I don't. Please, just stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I ended up picking Ilyas, and this is where we are now. We're doing Ilyas. I feel like he's promising something. It's just something about him eludes me. It's like maybe some of the stuff I was picking was good though, but since I was all over the place with the answers, it defaulted to Valeria. So yes, we are going to do Ilyas. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. There's no question it's Ilyas. Big, beefy. Yes. Obviously it has to be Ilyas. Good. Hopefully it's not the same.
Well, is that your final answer?
That is what I said. Uh-huh. I read that already. Ilyas gives me a grin that's as smug as he is massive, you know? Very. Yep. Okay, I knew it. You really are a smart little human.
Like I said before, as the oldest, smartest, and hottest, you're mine by right.
Right. It's not what you said last time, but okay.
And since you're mine, I say you get to live.
Wow. Now all of a sudden I get to live.
Anyway.
Just... Y'all can kill each other? That's possible? He gives me a wicked grin.
It's been way too long since we had any real fun around here.
Right.
Hope you're ready.
I'm a master at my craft. He moves before I can even blink, snatching me up into his arms and bouncing up the stairs. Oh, and bounding up the stairs with me, like I'm some kind of oversized carnival prize. I'm just jostled in his arms. I do my best to contain my excitement about being chosen. We technically chose. Well, yeah. I can't help but think about what's going to happen next. Why is this called boom 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 boom? Like, what's going on there? Ilyas carts me off to what I assume is his bedroom. I wonder if this is what my groceries feel like when I'm carrying them into my house. Speaking of metaphorical food, how hungry am I? And what exactly do I hope to gain from this one-on-one with Ilyas? This room is such a mess. Take me to the bone zone? Just friends, two extremely sexy friends. I'll have to play it by ear? Did someone ask me something? I wasn't even asked anything. I'm not gonna... Oh my gosh. What do I... This first one is like... Just friends, two extremely sexy friends. I have no idea what to pick here. Let's do that one. I feel like as much as I'm drawn to Ilyas, it's not a sexual attraction. I'm just along for the ride. What does that even mean? What are we thinking about? Like, I'm so confused.
A few moments later.
Can you believe I had to do another Google search? Because I didn't understand this. This is how I pick the feeling of the route. Oh my gosh, I was violent with my microphone. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. This, because I thought it was gonna initiate immediately, so I was scared, so I backed off. This apparently means the romance route. This means the friends route, and this means like as you play, you could choose it later instead of right now. That's insane. Apparently it's recommended to just choose one of these, but it's like rationally, wouldn't you? Oh, he has another sword up here at the bottom. I didn't even see that. Rationally, wouldn't you want to pick this first and then decide? But it's like, bro, I picked him already, so it's like I might as well go all the way. I'm already here. So you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. This is the last time I'm searching this shit up. This is the last time. I can't keep searching it up. That's cheating, and I know that. So we're just gonna, because that's what we're here for, to be degenerates. So let's go. We're gonna pick Bone Zone. There's only one thing on my mind right now, and that's Ilyas, and I joined together in several unholy positions. Whoa! I do not partake in such activities at all. I'm lying though. Before I can dwell on it any longer, he tossed me onto the bed like a pile of dirty laundry. I'm not surprised if there is already dirty laundry on there. Whatever happened to romance?
I won't lock the door.
Why? Why? What is that? What is an incisor? He drags his tongue over his incisors. What is that? I'm not doing another Google search.
I won't even close it. You could run if you want.
He's testing me. I can feel it in my bones. Sounds like you want me to escape. Why would I run? Yeah, you dumb. Why would I run? Or isn't this like flirting? I'm gonna try to do my best. Kinda sound like you want me to try and escape. Ilyas comes alive at the thought. There's a savage gleam in his eyes that wasn't there before. Unless this leads to death, then I wouldn't know.
There's nothing like a hunt. I can hear everything. Feel everything.
Isn't that kind of cheating though? That's a little bit yo, that shirt is doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Literally. And it's barely a shirt. It's like a tarp, or no, not even a tarp. What's that called? Like a shawl? It's let me stop. If I keep talking about it, I'm just gonna dwell on the fact. He inhales deeply as if he's lost in some deep dark memory. Okay, I'll read it then. I can smell fear, you know. Oh, can you? What, like a dog? What does fear actually smell like? What does fear actually smell like? Why I had to repeat myself. The rise and fall of Ilyas' chest is shallower than it was before.
Fear makes your blood sweet, like honey.
Honey is not sweet. Don't lie to yourself. It's bitter. I've tasted it before. It's bitter. But hey, whatever floats your boat. He moves towards me, his tongue darting out to moisten his lips as he gets closer on the bed. Back it up, pickup truck. I mean, oh well, yes. But just away. I try my best to control my breath and my increasingly dirty thoughts. But him closing in on me is making it very difficult to concentrate.
I don't smell much of it on you now. But I can change that.
I'm gonna try. Cause it's like I crack very well under pressure, so these answers are pretty nice. Well, this one is like, you know, oh my gosh, I want you so bad, wow, right? And then the other one is like flirty, you know, and I don't know, I want to, should I? I should. I'm gonna. Tell me how you do it. Big strong Ilyas. How would you do it then? Show me in great detail. Don't leave anything out. Tell me how you do that. Ilyas looks at me first for a moment, and then he's on me, moving so quickly I don't even have time to register it. I'm probably gonna skip anything that's super sexual. I have to. Oh my god. Jump scare. 1 minute he's on the bed. A fair what? Safe distance away, and then the next he's towering over me. One hand on my head, tilting it roughly. The other grabs at my shoulder, and I register that my neck is fully exposed, fully vulnerable. His breath tickles my flesh, causing my core temperature to rise.
You act so brave. But all it took was one little movement to rat.
You don't scare me, my guy.
Your own body ratted you out. Your little heart is going a mile a minute. And your blood.
What about it? He inhales, his breath coming out in a growl.
Oh, that sweet fear. It's like syrup.
Now syrup is sweet. Honey? When he's looming over me like this, it's impossible to think. Fear and arousal are in a slap fight in the driver's seat in my mind. Yeah, no balls. No balls, do it. Snowballs. Oh wait. What if I die? Ilyas lets out a growl and then he darts down, his wicked fan sinking into my neck. I feel myself sinking, losing my grasp on the land of the living. Darkness comes swiftly, then nothing.
You suck, you jackass.
I said, what if I die? You did ask for it. Guys, I forgot to save. Auto save. We're so good at this. Oh, wrong one. Whoops. Let's go back to maybe this one. Okay. Perfect. This is where we should save. And a regular save, please. Thank you. Okay. This one. Now, let's try this again. And this time successfully. Why would I run? I already told you. Let's try something else. I want to be like you, for you to turn me. Ilyas sighs, obviously rather disappointed. Should I have picked the first one? Was that one good?
It's boring if you just sit there. But if you ran, I could chase you. I haven't been to anyone so long.
That's not my problem. He looks quite wistful. Ilyas appraises me for a little while, almost as if he doesn't quite know what he's gonna do with me.
Well...
He crosses the room to sit next to me on the bed, his big body hunched over awkwardly, his hands resting upon his muscled thighs. He looks totally out of his element. I feel like if he was like this close, I was already locked into the death one. It's kind of adorable. What happened to the smooth talker? Ilyas drums his fingers on his thighs. Your room is nice. You don't do this much, huh? Bro. Why are we gonna compliment this messy ass room? Let's not make him angry, right? Your room is so nice. This is gonna be easy. His face instantly lights up.
It's the best room in this house. Just look at it.
Well, I did circle areas, so. He gestures expansively, directing my attention to the various items strewn across the room or slung haphazardly over the furniture. I've hit the jackpot. There's so much shit in here I can ask him about. Oh, definitely the swords. You have so many swords in here. Do you collect them or something? Ilyas nods, his eyes shining with pure, unadulterated himbo excitement.
When I was human, I had many blades. But I only had what I could find in my travels.
Did you know that you can buy swords from anywhere on the internet?
No, I didn't, genuinely. He picks up a sword, one that I know I've seen at a Renaissance fair, but my inexperienced eyes can't identify it further. I just got this one last week. He swings it expertly, but with the careless air of a boy playing with his toys. I can feel the wind from it slice through the air. Not as good as the ones I used to have, of course. But so many cheap ones that broke with one swing. He frowns at me. Did you know people sell replica weapons? Fake weapons that look like real ones? Yeah, that's how they... Well, yes. Whose sock is that? Because I know damn well it's not yours. He puts the first sword down and picks up a huge one that looks exactly like something I've seen in my favorite JRPG. I've looked all over the internet for the real one of these. Every single one I bought broke when I tried to use it properly. He seems sincerely sad. Do I actually have the heart to tell him it's not a real sword? Because it's a sword from a video game. Modern weapon makers are cowards. That's obviously the answer. Real or not, you sure look good swinging it. Or that one. It could be one or the other. Modern weapon makers are cowards. Huh. I'm gonna yeah. Real or not, you sure look good swinging it. You're welcome. Ilyas grins at this. I'm just, saying it in advance. Ilyas grins at this. Though his expression has a hint of danger in it, he lifts the sword high again, flexing and showing off.
Don't I?
Yes.
You know, not many have seen me lift a sword like this and live.
Ugh, here we go. A few training partners early on, of course, but after that I traveled around fighting as it suited me.
I must have slain
100 men? He closes his eyes, perhaps calculating his body count. I can practically see the numbers manifesting around his handsome face. His lips move, but no sound comes out. After a few moments of this, he opens one eye and begins to count on his fingers, then stops. He closes his eyes again, and then...
thousands.
No way he sat there contemplating, then started counting on his fingers just to say thousands. He doesn't exactly sound convinced. I decide to help him out. Tens of thousands?
Tens of thousands.
20s of thousands? He frowns, still sounding like he's not quite on board. Hundreds of thousands? I'm sorry. At this point, he just looks like he's just waiting to see how high I'll go. He stares at me expectantly, so I decide to give him what he wants. Millions. It's gotta be millions, right? He grins, seemingly satisfied with the massively inflated number I provided to him.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even though you counted on your fingers. He lifts his weapon once more, now that he's content, staring at it with naked adoration. I sure wish I was that sword. If I had this weapon while I was alive, I could have killed even more spectacularly. He dramatically throws the sword down to the floor, pointy end first, like he intended for it to stick out of the ground. But it cracks in half. He sighs, shaking his head as he drops it. That's 4 now. I guess they haven't been reading my emails. No, they have not. Your emails? What emails are you sending them? Every time I break a sword, I send them an email letting them know how they can make it better. Were you a blacksmith in your time? What? Of course not. No, he was the guy who took the sword, you know, who was given the sword. And what kind of advice are you giving them?
Duh.
I tell them to make you stronger. Obviously. I did my best not to laugh, but it's a close call. Good thing I didn't laugh. Makes sense. Have they ever responded to you? Never. Cowards. Track them down. Ask about the pinups. Music posters. Let's do interests. I point to a massive poster taped clumsily to the wall. Big fan of the Juego lads? Hey, Juego lads?
The biggest? No one loves the Juego lads more than I do.
I was right. I'm a genius. He folds his arms over his chest, towering over me in a pose that would be incredibly intimidating if it weren't in service of his assertion that he's the #1 Juego lads fan. I gotta say this every time. The Juego lads took over the music scene in the late 90s with their horny party music, but they've long since disappeared from the airwaves. Looking at Ilyas, however, you'd think that they never left. I should be careful with my response. It seems he takes them very seriously. Name 5 of their songs. No. Name 5 of their songs right now on the spot. No pausing. Not hard when no one loves the Juego lads. That's obviously not the right answer. Okay, friendly competition. It might not be friendly competition, but I'm gonna ask him. Let's see what happens if we name 5 songs. If he names 5 songs. Name 5 of their songs. Uh-oh. I think that was the wrong answer. I know. I should have known. That's like the most annoying thing to ask somebody.
Bang, bang, bang. All we do is party. In and out. We're off to Cancun. Hunk apart from St. Bart's. Come on. At least ask me something difficult.
Fine. I'm impressed. Those are their biggest hits. I've never heard any of those. I thought vampires listened to darker stuff. Let's push it. Those are their biggest hits. Anyone alive in the 90s could have told you that. Tell me something that proves you're a true fan. So it was the right way to go. Okay. I'm liking this so far. Ilyas stands up straighter, his golden eyes alight with the spirit of challenge.
You want to see my concert stubs? I kept everything.
Okay, so it is competition that he enjoys. He walks around the room to dig through a massive box before he finally pulls out a thick binder. Why? It seems like it was meant to be a photo album, but he's filled the clear sleeves with ticket stubs. As he flips through trying to find what he needs, he has to peel the pages apart where they've stuck together over time. Good, it's over time. I don't want to find out anything else. He grumbles under his breath as he hunts. If me put them in here, they were easier to find before. Somehow I doubt that, but the idea of one vampire forcing another to organize his mementos is strangely sweet. Here it is, look at that! He shows me a ticket from New Year's Eve 1999. God dang! He's absolutely beaming. That's like 3 years before I was born. They hosted a show on New Year's Eve in 1999. At night. Perfect for you, right? In the dark. He grins at me, waiting for his words to sink in. You know, at night. I got it. Because you're a vampire. He nods eagerly.
I was on the beach. I haven't felt the sand between my toes in a long time.
There's something wrong with you. You're too charming. Too long. He looks at the ticket growing contemplative.
When I listen to the wiggle lights, I can feel the sun on my skin.
Oh, and you missed that.
I never cared about the sun when I was human.
Oh.
It was just there.
Right.
I didn't think about it at all when I was turned.
Mm-hmm. He traced a finger along the plastic edge of the album sleeve.
But somewhere this need grew. The hunger for blood kept it for a long time.
He looks at me, an unexpected softness in his eyes.
When I listened to the Fuego lads sing about fucking on the beach,
Huh?
I remember for a moment what it was to feel the sunshine on your bare skin.
Okay. I do relate to you in a way. Or no, I do not. Why did I say that? What's the word? I understand how you feel.
Heartache are two of the most important things in the world. And the Fuego lads understand those values better than any musician, dead or alive.
Okay. His expression is vulnerable in a way I never anticipated to witness. I hope we can listen together sometime. He's in an emotional state right now. I'm not picking that. I hope we can listen to them together sometime. Ilyas bites his lip, his gaze almost gentle. He looks at me as though I've asked him something deeply romantic. I'd like that. That's nice to know. I was about to, like... That was not good. That answer. He thinks for a moment and then he offers me a mischievous grin as he sets the album back down. We'll see how the night goes. Okay. Got a lot of pinups here. I'm guessing it's safe to say that you're a fan. Oh my gosh, he's a dog. Ilyas nods, revealing his fangs with an eager grin.
There's nothing more beautiful than the human body. Man, female, those outside the bounds of gender.
Oh wow, he's woke. This is nice. This is actually very nice. He walks over to the wall with pinups taped measly to it, admiring the various bodies on display. Some are nude. Some are near or mostly nude. But all of them are sensual. They seem to come from all sorts of different places. Some from magazines, some from playing cards. A few of them are even signed. Glossy photos, like the kind you pay good money for at conventions.
When I was alive, things like this weren't so common. Had a few drawings I carried with me. My prized possessions after my weapons.
What were you in your past life? I can't pin it. He looks wistful. Where are they now?
Destroyed when I traveled from my homeland to Europe. Losing them sent me into a rage.
Uh-oh. I mean, what did you break? He runs a hand through his hair. That was right before I met Val. I must have murdered half of Europe back then. Wait, you murdered half of Europe for lost nudes? He laughs like he's remembered some childish indiscretion rather than mass murder committed in the name of titties. That's so dumb. Thinking back on his attempt to quantify his body count, I think it's safe to say that he's not that great with numbers. I was an absolute monster back then. My bloodlust controlled me at all times.
When I was alive, I enjoyed violence. But after I got turned, killing was all I thought.
Oh my gosh, what? He turns back towards the wall, racing his fingers over one of the magazine pinups. as he recalls some bygone time.
I could smell the blood of Moors. I could hear their frightened little rabbit hearts beating.
His fingertips curl inward, pressing against the model's printed thigh.
It drove me fucking insane.
Okay.
Them outside in the sunlight, living their stupid mortal lives as I stayed trapped.
His lips tighten. Oh my gosh. His head back. He tips his head back. Why did I say lips twice? His eyes closed.
So every night when the sun set, I killed. And when the town's eyes turned to me, I left and began again.
You were killing people in small towns? Come on now. Gotta be a little smarter than that. You really killed half of Europe? And that's when you met Valeria? What a way to go. Let's see. Maybe I think he wants to keep talking about it. You really killed half of Europe. Ilyas nods, entirely certain of his own suspects. Man. Of course I did. You probably think I'm lying because your mortal brain can't imagine so much death. I think I can imagine so much death. He folds his arms over his chest, a cruel grin splayed across his lips.
Humans are so pathetically weak. Technology has changed. Your weapons have evolved, but all that means is that you're killing each other more easily.
That's true. I won't argue with you on that.
You fail to see the truth of this. The predator's at the very top of the chain.
You guys know that if y'all existed, everyone would want to be like you, right? And then there wouldn't be no food for the people like you. So stop. He slaps his chest, his eyes beginning to take on a sinister red glow as he bares his teeth. We've been talking for a while now. That's true. What, you want to stop talking? You ready to eat? Because it's Tuesday at the time of this recording. You like tacos? Ilyas settles himself. Whoever knows. Ilyas settles himself next to me on the bed, but both the atmosphere and his demeanor are noticeably different from when I first came in. He seems far more comfortable with me now. Who would have guessed? The secrets to a vampire's heart is letting him show you his stuff.
It's time to do what we came here to do.
Oh yeah, okay, wait. I gotta focus. We're gonna be turned into a vampire. Okay. Ilyas is staring at me with a hunger in his gaze. But it's not the sort of hunger featured excessively in my Mothman self-insert fanfics, you know. The thirsty kind. The look in those golden eyes makes me gives me the distinct fuck. I looked at him for like 2 seconds and then I forgot how to speak English. The look in those golden eyes gives me the distinct impression that there's nothing but a sexy bloody death waiting for me here. Well, they're not gold anymore, are they? It's been fun, it really has. Wait, am I dying? Am I gonna die? Yeah. He smiles, brings things to me. They look a lot longer than I remember. I idly wonder if it's some kind of supernatural that makes them extend when they are about to feed. When he's about to feed. Yeah, that's what I said. Good. I can hear. Oh, I thought this was something I've read. I can hear every beat of your frightened little heart. He inhales, closing his eyes for just a moment as he takes in my scent. And smell your fear. Dang, I failed again. His eyes flick down to my lap, then return to my face. And your arousal, he caught me. I've been caught. He draws his tongue across his teeth, his breathing beginning to pick up.
You're a smart little human, aren't you? You know how to know that.
Actually, I don't. There's so many things going on in my head. I don't know which one it is. With me in your bed, with me by your side, with me in the dirt. Well, the first one is correct because if I die here, I'm technically in the bed. And then the second one is also correct because I'm by his side on his bed while I'm dead. And then the dirt one is just death. But let's do the first one since we're in it to win it, you know? With me in your bed. Ilyas laughs, but there's no sweet amusement in his tone. His expression only grows more twisted and frightening. Wrong. He moves before I even register it, one massive fist grabbing my forearm and tossing me to the ground. That's not fair. He stands towering over me on the floor. Even without his impressive height, I'd have to marvel at the sheer mass of him, that is, if my life wasn't currently flashing before my eyes.
Entertain me one last time. Let's see how far you can get before I hit the walls.
Why is it so hard to, like, amuse these people? It's hard to formulate a response. I've thought about this moment so often before now. But all my little fantasies couldn't have prepared me for the reality of staring down the barrel of my own morality. Mortality? Huh, I don't know what to do. I feel like both of these are pretty good. Because he likes the hunt, is what he said. So let's run. Panic floods through me as I force my lean limbs to move. I scramble up from the floor and slam the full force of my body into the door as I fumble it open. I keep expecting to feel him on me at any moment, but it seems like he's waiting. The sounds of his cruel laughter grows more distinct as I flee from his room, but somehow I can still feel the phantom of his rough grip on my shoulder and his cold breath on my neck. My heart beats faster than it ever has in my life. My body still moves forward on autopilot. They say fight or flight. Well, I'm doing both. I fantasize about being hunted by monsters like him more times than I can count. But I never accounted for the way fear consumes your every thought in this situation. I search for exits and places to hide as I run, but somehow all I find are dark corners and obstacles obscuring my path. My body eventually gives in to terror and exhaustion. And when I trip over something, of course, my jellied limbs can't quite manage to get me back up. Oh wow. Jump scare number 2. I wasn't that scared though. I'm used to it. I only just have time to turn around before Ilyas catches up to me, slamming me to the ground and sinking his fangs into my neck in one fell swoop. White hot pain surges through me in a flash, a deadly brand against my skin as Ilyas cuts through layers of fat and muscle with his dagger-sharp teeth. As my vision begins to fade, I dimly note the strange contrast of Ilyas's cold skin and the heat of the blood pooling beneath my body. I wasn't currently dying. It might even have been a nice touch for a story. But then there's nothing, and darkness takes me. Duh! I won't get mad. This is literally so difficult. I didn't think this would be this hard. Like, actually. We're obviously not doing this today. That's obvious. Because this has been going on for a little while. So yes, but we will continue it. Of course, why wouldn't we? I'm gonna continue this. I want to win. I'm not gonna give up just because I died a couple times. Come on now. Yeah, if you guys are ready for that. You guys know what to do, like, come on now. At this point, why am I even, like, telling you guys again? You're not kids. No one, I hope. If you guys do want to see more, of course, do the stuff, the subscribing, the liking, the commenting, because I love reading your comments. They're super funny. And I will see you guys next time.